Hello, and welcome to another episode of What in the World is Going On with the New and Full Moons. That is what we're going to talk about today. The full moon in Aquarius, which is happening on Wednesday, July 29th at 6 degrees Aquarius. My name is Hannah Wall. I'm an intuitive life coach and astrologer, and there is a lot of energy and a lot of astrology taking place with this full moon that is imbuing it with a level of intensity that we might associate with eclipse season. And so the lunar nodes are these mathematical points in the sky of where the moon's orbit would cross the sun's. And so it gives us the north and the south node. And when a full or new moon takes place close to one of these lunar nodes, that is what we call an eclipse. And the lunar nodes just moved into a new set of zodiac signs where it's going to be for the next 18 months. And so that is the north node moved into Aquarius and the south node moved into Leo. And so this shows us this new access of life, this new area of life that is going to be undergoing a new level of transformation and change and shifts that is going to impact our life in some way, shape, or form. And so the North Node now in Aquarius is showing us the area of life that we are growing into. It's the point of fate. It is the point of destiny. So we are expanding and learning and challenging ourselves in a new way. And so when the North Node is in Aquarius, we are learning how to come together as a collective, how to rework systems and structures in a way that supports the collective, the whole, instead of the individual. We are learning how to be uniquely ourselves within a group instead of losing ourselves to be a part of a group. We are learning how to just be one instead of one. And so then on the other hand, we have the South Node, which moved into Leo. And so the South Node is about release and letting go and kind of shedding these outdated layers or patterns or beliefs or expectations around a certain area of our life that no longer support us in where we're going. And so what that looks like in Leo is releasing the ego of performing without the need for validation, of allowing ourselves to create and play and have joy without the need for confirmation or affirmation that we're doing it in a way that other people appreciate. It's learning how to lead from your heart and be connected to your inner self, your inner joy, your inner child, without feeling the need to appease the people around you. And so this is going to start unfolding a new storyline that is going to unfold over the next 18 months. And I bring all of that up because this full moon in Aquarius, though it is not an eclipse, it's eclipse adjacent. There is an eclipse-like energy because the North Node is present in Aquarius where the full moon is taking place. And so basically this means that whatever is coming up during this time, during this week, during this full moon, whatever change feels like it's brewing, whatever information comes to light, is going to be a sort of foreshadowing for where the story is going to unfold over the next year and a half. And so that brings another level of importance or depth to this full moon. So that kind of sets the stage for what we can expect the longevity of the effects of this full moon to take us, which is going to be a story that unfolds over the next year and a half, 18 months. And so when we zoom into this full moon, the moon in Aquarius is going to be exactly opposite the sun in Leo. That is a full moon. The moon is fully illuminated by the sun. They're 180 degrees apart from each other. And so the moon in Aquarius is sitting in a super close conjunction to Pluto. And Pluto is the planet of depth and transformation and death and rebirth. And so the moon and Pluto together are going to be bringing up some sort of past belief or limiting pattern or something that we've carried with us for a long time that has inhibited us in some way. This, with the moon and Pluto being in Aquarius, is going to ask us, where did we hold ourselves back in order to fit in? Again, going along with this idea of the collective and being one within a community. This is asking us, where did we self-sacrifice, or where did we dim the light of ourselves in order to feel like we could belong, in order to feel like we could be a part of a group? And so Pluto is really asking us to dig deep beneath the surface, to bring up something from our childhood. It's like this hero's journey where we're going down into the subconscious, which is a Pluto theme, and we are illuminating something that we picked up from childhood, from growing up, from a friend group, from a parent, from a neighbor, that asked us to rearrange the way that we show up in a certain setting or with a certain group of people so that we felt like we could be a part of that group. And now we're learning how to release this pattern or belief, this like self-sabotaging behavior, so that we can understand that we don't have to mold ourselves to be in a certain group. We just have to be ourselves, and we'll be in the right group. And so this is all coming up while at the same time, exactly across with the moon in Leo, the sun in Leo, the sun is conjunct Jupiter. And we have the Jupiter cazimi on the same day, which basically just means that the sun and Jupiter are right next to each other, on top of each other. And so this is showing us the area of our life that we are ready to expand and grow into. It shows us the area of life where we are going to be abundantly stepping forward. And so with the sun and Jupiter in Leo, this is the sign of our inner child, of joy, of performing, of being the center of attention for fun, because we are just like bold and creative and joyful and loud and living life and visible and authentic. And so when we bring in these themes from the moon and Pluto, okay, we went down into the depths, right? We are finding the pattern that held us back from being fully ourselves within a group or a community. And then Jupiter and the sun are coming, and they're taking this belief and they're bringing it to the light and helping you to alchemize it and dissolve it so that you can understand that all you have to do is be yourself, is to be loud and proud and authentic and creative and joyful, and that's all you have to be. You don't have to contort yourself to be in certain settings. You just have to be yourself. And so Jupiter is going to encourage us to be visible, to not let whatever wound or pattern hold you back, but to just let yourself be seen for who you are. And that's really beautiful. And so it's like an area of life where we're going to be taking back our leadership. We're going to be taking back our authority, taking back our authenticity. It's going to be encouraging us to reconnect with those childhood dreams, those joys, those passions, that play that we had when we were a child before we adopted whatever pattern it is that's coming up, and asking us to look at it now from our adult lens and help you to actualize that dream and work towards it now without letting those patterns get in the way. And so this is a time where we are reconnecting with the inner child and allowing ourselves to bring those dreams that we had back then into fruition now without letting these beliefs and patterns that we had when we were younger stop us from bringing them to life. And so it feels like this big thing. You know, we're constantly, I feel like, told that we need to reparent ourselves, and we are entering into this new era, and that is true. We do. We're like constantly reparenting ourselves so that we can show up for our life with a new level of joy and excitement, and telling ourselves that no dream is too small, no dream is too silly. You don't have to contort yourself to fit in a box. Create your own box. And so all of that is going on with this full moon in Aquarius. We are transforming our patterns and allowing ourselves to take action on our childhood dreams that your childhood self couldn't. So, we also have energy from this cradle aspect, this Barbelo basket that's been happening for the last couple of days. And this is basically a super trine, super sextile of a lot of the outer planets coming into connection with one another in a really supportive way. So we have Uranus in Gemini, we have Neptune in Aries, we have Pluto in Aquarius, and we have Jupiter in Leo, all in a harmonious aspect with one another. And so this brings this new level of rebellion from a spiritual and imaginative place that incorporates transformation and allows us to transmute that into abundance. So basically, it feels like we're ushering in this new world and collectively reshaping what it means to be human, what it means to live in this society. And sometimes things feel like they need to fall apart. Oh my gosh, this noise. Sometimes things feel like they need to fall apart before they can be put back together again. And so this is kind of allowing us to learn how to withstand change and usher in a new world that is supporting us and uplifting us and empowering us. And so this energy on top of the Pluto Jupiter full moon energy is saying that whatever transformation, whatever alchemization of like old patterns into our ability to be visible is supporting us in collectively changing the world and ushering in this new society, this new reality where we uplift and support each other in pursuit of our dreams that maybe we had when we were children that we didn't allow ourselves to work towards because of fear of what other people thought. And so this is just a really exciting time. It's big energy. And like I talked about earlier with the nodes, these are going to be transformations that are taking place over the next year and a half, and helping us to really shift and settle in and change this area of our life, whether we initiate it ourselves or something circumstantially happens, a door closes, a door opens, the transformation is going to come no matter what. And finally, the last thing that's happening on this full moon is the Mars-Venus square. Mars is in Gemini and Venus is in Virgo, and so they are squaring each other, which is a harsher aspect that brings about frustration or tension, that's the word I'm looking for, or friction. And so Mars is the planet of action. It is the planet of drive, of motivation, of perseverance, whereas Venus is the planet of relationships, finances, values. And so when I see this, it feels like maybe there is an area of life that you're ready to take action on. You want to move forward on something, but by doing so, it's causing some sort of friction or conflict within a relationship. Maybe there's some level of misunderstanding, or they don't understand why you want to do this thing or why this goal is important to you. So it's causing some argument or some level of irritability. And so by taking action or wanting to take action on this thing, you are inherently causing some sort of friction within your relationships or within your finances. But if we're learning anything from this full moon, from this, learning that we don't have to change ourselves in order to be a part of a group, we're learning that we don't have to not go after our goals or not take action on something because of friction. We just have to be aware of it and have the conversations to live and move more authentically. And so just because someone doesn't understand the actions that you want to take doesn't mean that you shouldn't take them. And so that is another aspect of this full moon. And so basically, this full moon is helping us to live more authentically and to not feel the need to shapeshift. We're learning how to not dissociate from our feelings, to not push something away because we feel like that's going to hinder our relationships, or we're learning how to not detach and stay present within our connections and still be authentic through that. So, let's see what card we have today. Culmination. And so full moons are this moment of culmination. The moon is full. It is illuminating everything. Something is coming to a peak. It is coming to culmination. And so the things that have been living under the surface, these patterns, these behaviors that Pluto is going to illuminate, is bringing it to this culmination in order for us to release it and move forward from a place of authentic curiosity, authentic creativity, playfulness, joy, learning that we don't have to change in order to be a part of a group. All we have to do is be ourselves. So I feel like that's a beautiful card for today. Not next week, 2 weeks from now, we have a solar eclipse in Leo, where this energy of change and transformation is going to be reaching another culmination, another peak, and we'll talk about all that energy then. But For now, check out the journal prompts that I have in the description. I have a cosmic clarity assessment. My new offer, I'm very excited about it. And so this cosmic clarity assessment is a space for us to come together. In the beginning of the call, you are sharing with me where you are, what you're navigating, what challenges you're working through, where you want to go, what limiting beliefs are coming up. And then you tell me in the next 6 months, what are your dreams? What are your goals? What do you want to work towards? And how do you feel like you need to shift in order to get there? And then we look at your astrology. And your astrology shows us through the transits what's being activated, what areas of your life are going to be at the forefront, what themes, what are the areas of growth, what are the areas of transformation, what challenges or lessons are going to support you along this way, and how can we work with this energy in a way that is unique to you to support you in actualizing your goals. And then at the end, we come up with a game plan and integration for how you can navigate the next couple of months through your astrology, using it to ground you, using it as an awareness, as a tool for growth and understanding, to actualize your goals and your dreams and overcome those limiting beliefs. And so if you're ready to kind of take action and take a step in this direction where you feel grounded, you feel peaceful, you feel confident navigating transition, you feel excited and like you can trust the flow of your life because you know that everything is happening for you, not to you, then book a cosmic clarity assessment, because this is going to be the first step in unlocking the rest of your life. This is a $75 75-minute call. It is so beneficial, so supportive. You are going to absolutely love it. So the link will be below. Check it out. Otherwise, I will be with you guys not next week, 2 weeks from now. And we will talk all about that eclipse. All right. Bye-bye.